Post bases are the foundation of any good patio cover, pergola, bandstand, or many other backyard features that require a structural cover. That's why we made this sketch and this exaggerated 3D model, so you know the importance of all the good features in any post-base footing. Engineers and architects calculate the sizes of most of the foundation work under any house, but when it comes to post bases, contractors and homeowners take a shot at it, sometimes barely knowing what to do and why. A post base needs to be deep enough to reach beyond the frost line. Why? Because ice lifts any foundation off the ground, causing irreparable damage. Find out how deep it needs to be by researching the weather and how deep it freezes in your region. A good post base, at its surface, needs to have a slope out to allow water to flow away from post and hardware. Why? Because eventually it rains. Water gets to these elements one way or another. And no matter where it is, water pooling at the base of any of these posts, it's a recipe for a slow disaster involving oxidation and dry rot. Also, a good post base has rebar on all three axes of its internal form. Why? Because concrete is weak resisting pulling forces, but strong under compression. So steel rebars act like a band, giving its properties of strength under pulling forces to the piece of concrete. Together, they are stronger. In addition, a post base has to have a point of contact to be bonded with the post. Why? Because any structural post will be holding something heavy that can be a hazard to anyone standing under it if any force pulls the post in any direction. A good example of unintentional forces that can push or pull a post, it is a car bumping into it, or a lawnmower, or natural events like high winds or earthquakes. You can achieve a good bond by using proper hardware designed to your kind of post. There is a variety of post-base hardware. This one is intended to be embedded into concrete. Then you have to attach the bolts, nuts, and washers. Why? Because this assures that the bond in between the post, the hardware, and the footing, it is the best as it can be. Make sure to use the proper hardware designed to be used with your base. They go together well because they are designed to each other. Touching metals are always better like for like. Galvanized with galvanized, stainless steel with stainless steel, and so on. Why? Because certain metals produce accelerated corrosion when in contact to each other. Then, last but not least, it comes the post itself. Engineers try to make the foundation, the post, and the columns the strongest parts of any structure. But then the contractors come and try to make it as thin as the local codes and budget allow. Don't be like a cheap contractor and don't make your post the weakest link. Use proper lumber size. There are engineer charts that you can consult and get the right size and materials for the intended load. I know you can find it online, but we will make it available to you here on our website. There is a link at the description below, and go to our website and download it there. It will be available for you. So like, subscribe, and scratch your butt. See you next time with explanation.